Tucked away in a storage room, Tweed Togs is a charity tackling child poverty, one winter jacket at a time. By providing children's clothing for struggling families, it doesn't just ensure kids are dressed for the weather, but also reduces bullying and stigma.
I almost think of it a bit like an iceberg where the clothing sits at the top, but the impact of having clothing or not having clothing is the whole bulk underneath it. So from research and from the feedback we get from our referring agencies, you know, children that don't have nice clothing or any clothing, you know, they're not included in social things. That has an impact into their self-confidence, into their esteem, their attendance at school, their participation in just everyday community life events.
Tweed Togs has received more than £33,000 from the National Lottery Community Fund to help them support even more families, and it's sorely needed.
Over the last year, just the last year, we found that our numbers of referrals have increased 22%. Which is actually quite staggering. We were really, at the end of last year when we did the numbers, we were quite blown away by that fact.
This is just one charity out of more than 500 that are being supported by the National Lottery. The General Store in Selkirk is another. They've been awarded £17,000, which will go towards their new premises for their tool library and their computer clinic, offering help with technology.
People come in with all sorts of things from I would like to go onto Zoom, or I would like to download something, especially with phones. We get quite a lot of the older generation coming in to ask us how to do things. And then the computer clinic, you can get some more complicated things with the laptops and computers.
And the computer clinic is making a real difference.
Yeah, this is amazing that you could come into this place and just get things sorted. And there's no questions asked. You know, it didn't make you feel silly. And actually, I've learnt a lot on my phone and my tablet now.
There are hundreds of projects across Scotland that have received funding from the National Lottery, but it makes bags of difference here in the Borders to those needing an extra helping hand. Isla Todd, ITV News.